What? What do you doing? You, you. It was good. Yes, yes. What up, Sam? Yeah, this might be the last time I use StreamYard because this software is crap. I'm not feeling this shit no more. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely use a new some new software. And the building,
Yo,
yeah,
what's good, bro?
was good. Was goody.
Shh. Man, this fucking
I know
backlash.
you got a lot to say. I know you got a lot to say.
Man, I'm a, I'm, I'm a be. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna let you get what you need to get out. I got plenty to say.
Right. Okay. Well, you want to start with the draft first, or you want to start with backlash results?
Um, we could honestly we could start with the backlash results. We could start with that.
Okay. So we had WrestleMania Backlash. This is the pay per view since WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great. I did a review on that. Check it out if you missed it. WrestleMania 39. We are back once again. No introduction. This is some wrestle talk right now, and we had Backlash in San Juan, Puerto Rico,
Yes,
and
yes.
I think it was like 18 years since we were there, and you had some great matches.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about the draft later on, but I definitely want to get to the matches and the stuff that was going on in it. The first match was you had Bianca Belair against Io
Yeah.
Sky, and I wanted Io Sky to win because
Same.
I've been watching a lot of old NXT matches for like the last month. Some classic matches from the last 2-3 years when we were in the pandemic. Io Sky was a great women's champion for NXT. She had many battles against Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Dakota Kai, Raquel Rodriguez. She was a great champion. My issue with some of the NXT call ups when they call them up to the main roster for both Raw and SmackDown, they don't use them correctly. And
No, they don't.
she's one of them that they put her in a stable with Bailey and Dakota Kai damage control, and I don't like damage control. I think each one
Mm.
of them separately should be individually should be on their own. Bailey was a great champion. I don't see why she is put in a stable. Dakota Kai was good on NXT. Like I said, Io Shirai when she was over on NXT, she was a great women's champion. I don't like damage control. They need to break them up. But I really felt like I was rooting for Io Sky to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like if she had won, this would really show people, how good she was over on NXT for people that wasn't watching her over on that
Mhm.
brand. And it was a good match. I thought, that she was gonna win, several times. It was a great match. My
Right.
the problem with them was that they had control match. That wasn't needed. That wasn't needed. They
Mm.
literally messed up that match when Bailey and Dakota Kai came out and actually caused I think they caused Io Sky to lose that title that match. You know what I'm saying? So that to me was bad. I feel like she needs a rematch, either at Night of Champions or Money in the Bank. One of those pay per views. She needs another rematch with Bianca.
I
How
strongly
you feel
agree.
about that match?
Um, honestly, good match. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, all right. So here's my thing, and this goes for like all the matches and shit like that.
Mm,
And post, like, because this post Mania,
right,
like, I felt like Mania is like the biggest, excuse me, like the biggest thing.
right.
Like, I felt like that should have like taken place in like Mania and stuff.
You,
Man,
you feel
I don't
like you
know,
feel like that should have been a match at Mania?
kind of like it to a strong degree. Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like honestly, like I mean, yeah. Overall, that was a good match.
Right.
But then at the same time, like at the end of the day, like to me, it was kind of like WrestleMania quality to me.
Yes, it was. I agree. It was. And I think that has more to do. Like the crowd was lit in Puerto Rico. They were lit. Like for every match, the crowd was actually cheering for Io Sky to win. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They were lit in every match. Like that. I think that's what we were missing also with some of these pay per views. Like some of these pay per views, the less popular ones, they go under the radar because the crowd be dead in a lot of
Right.
those pay per views. You know what I'm saying? But for Backlash at Puerto Rico, this crowd was lit. Every match, beginning to
Facts.
end, they were in it. And I was just telling a homie of mine in a wrestling group chat that we in that he was talking about how the people overseas they really embrace American culture more than we do, unfortunately.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when you look at Germany and people in Japan and Australia, Puerto Rico, they embrace wrestling culture more than us
Right.
because we take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at like what is considered a heel, like damage control, they would probably embrace damage control over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they were in it from beginning to end. And
Mm.
I thought it was a great match. It was definitely one of the best matches of the night. And they started off the pay-per-view with that match. I thought that would have been like in the middle somewhere, but they started off
Right.
with that match, and I thought it was great. Like I said, I was actually rooting against Bianca. I thought Bianca
Sa-
lost. Like she's a great champion. She's won the title numerous times.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to win the title again. But
Yeah.
being that they do this draft, and I don't like the draft. We're going to talk about that.
Oh
Being
God.
that they do this draft, and they want to bring up fresh talent from NXT and switch a couple of people from both main rosters. I feel
Hmm.
like it's time for other fresh faces to get a title shot and to actually hold the titles like a EO Sky because like I said, I watched her a lot in NXT. She was a women's champion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they have her more like she's more like a jobber now. She and Dakota Kai, now that they're in damage control with Bailey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they're better. They have talent. You know what I'm saying? It's like they shouldn't be, resorted to being a jobber. You know what I mean? And I have an issue with that. And I think my thing with the draft is like if you're gonna call up talent from NXT to both Raw and SmackDown, why not send down some cats to NXT? Like send down Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Send down
Facts.
what's his name? what's dude name? Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler won the NXT title last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't, the New Day, they won the NXT tag titles a couple months ago
Mm-hmm.
on here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like send down some of those talents from the main roster. 'Cause I feel like they're calling them up too early,
Right.
and this is the result of that. When you have a great talent like Io Sky being on the main roster, and she's in a stable. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know what to do with her, so they just like, oh, we're gonna put her in a stable with Bailey and with Dakota Kai. And I think she's better than that. She needs to be holding the title right now. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a post also that Zelina Vega had said about how she was disappointed when she had won when she became the queen, when she had won the queen of the ring, and when she had the
Yeah.
crown and she wanted to defend it, and they didn't
Mm-hmm.
want her to defend it. Like she felt like there needs to be more women titles in the company. And
I
I agree
agree
with
with
him
that.
because
I agree with that.
everybody's not going to win. Even with the men, everybody's not going to win the heavyweight title. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They might be good on NXT, and then once they come up, they resorted to being jobbers, or you know what I'm saying? They never even get. How long it took Kofi Kingston to get a title shot? Like 11 years? Come on,
Right. Right.
11 years to be champion. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's a veteran at this point.
Yes. Yes.
So what does that mean for people? What does that mean for people after him coming up? Like a Braun Breaker. When is he gonna? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he gonna have to wait a whole decade to get a title shot? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I felt like I was rooting for Io Sky to win. I really wanted her to win. She didn't get that chance, but hopefully they give her another title shot, and hopefully they for her storyline they have her break away from Damage Control because I don't care for them at all. And she doesn't need them. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
hopefully we get to see the NXT Io Sky against Bianca Belair at some point. You know, like I said, for Night of Champions is the next pay per view, or
Mm-hmm.
Money in the Bank is I believe it's July 1st. So that's coming up, and then you got SummerSlam in August. So hopefully at one of those next two pay per view events, we see that rematch. The second match we got is Seth Rollins, the great Seth freaking Rollins, Mr. Monday Night himself,
Mm-hmm.
against almost
Oh
and
God.
I don't almost he needs to go down to NXT. He needs to go down to
Mm-hmm.
NXT. He's not ready.
Yes.
And
Somewhere.
I seen posts where people feel like he's the next Andre the Giant. I'm like, oh, y'all fucking crazy?
Oh
Are y'all
no.
nuts?
Oh no.
He's not on Andre the Giant's level, not right now. Not right
Not
now.
no no
He got a long way to
not
go.
not even nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Nowhere near. Andre had legendary matches, yo. WrestleMania 3, Hogan and Andre, Pontiac
Yeah.
Silverdome, Detroit. That's
Yes.
like one of my favorite WrestleMania matches ever. You know what I'm saying? You had that shit
Yes.
on the news. That's how big that shit was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's nowhere near Andre the Giant level. Nah, not even. He
Nowhere
lost to
near.
Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. People hated that match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, he not Andre the Giant level. Not at all. Not ever.
Not
And
no.
but in this match, I did feel like he had a possibility of winning. I don't know if they were laying up, but I thought there was times in the match where I felt like, is Seth Rollins really gonna lose to almost like, come on, Amos, like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So but I said, like, for Seth to win, he was gonna have to do a curb stomp like off the top rope at least
Right.
twice or three times to get the, because he tried to do the remember that he tried to finish him off with the pedigree, and he couldn't even
Yeah.
pick him up.
Nah,
So
he
I'm like,
couldn't.
nah, this dude is like twice his size. You know, he weighs more than him. He ain't gonna be able to do that.
Right.
So
No, not even yeah.
but yeah, like I said, like you got the new you got the tournament coming up on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown for
Yeah.
this new title that they created for Raw because they got sick and tired of Roman, being absent. Seth Rollins is definitely going to be a major favorite for that title. To me, it's going to be Seth, it's going to be Finn, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, and I think those three are like the favorites right now to win that new title on Raw.
Right.
So
Right.
if just imagine if if Seth had lost tonight to Amos, and you got
Mm.
that tournament coming up, and they're gonna name the people in that tournament tomorrow. I think on WWE.com. So I'm like, nah, Seth can't lose to Amos. So
No way.
he got the victory with the curb stomp off the top rope, and it was great. And again, the crowd was into it. They were cheering. They were singing his song, and I loved it.
Right.
Loved it. What you thought
Yeah.
about that match?
That was pretty solid. That was pretty solid. I thought it was gonna be
You
like
enjoyed it?
boring. I thought it was gonna be boring as hell at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But then like the more I got into it, I'm like, all right, this is something. Okay, like in the back of my mind, like I thought like Omos was gonna like lose and stuff like that. Like that was
right.
kind of like always like in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I was like, yo, please tell me he's not gonna be a jobber for Amos. Like, nah, he's better than Amos. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So yeah, but he got the victory.
yeah.
They were singing this song. What do you think about his attire? I know he came out in like some like bandana print tights, and
Oh
he had like
god.
the black showing jacket. I'm like, and it's hot as fuck out in Puerto Rico.
Right. Oh god.
You know what I'm
Like
saying? Like,
I looked at him like I pray for you, Bo. That's the only thing I said. That's the only thing I thought of him and like that whole attire. I was like, yep, I pray for you, bro.
right.
Like
And well yeah, so that was a good match, and I'm glad that Seth got the victory in that, and
same.
hopefully he goes on into the tournament and is victorious, and we get to see him you know as the new champion possibly for that new title. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see.
Yes.
um then we had third match was that was the triple threat match with Austin Theory and
Oh God.
Bronson Reed and your boy Bobby Lashley.
Oh Lord.
And again, like, Bronson Reed is one of those dudes from NXT that got called up, and I definitely think he's the next big thing, and he had
Yeah.
a lot of good matches in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley, champion, won various titles in the company, and um Theory, to me, I never liked Austin Theory. I think that's Vince McMahon was co-signing him, and I think Vince feels like he's the next face for the company. I don't see it. I don't see the hype for Austin Theory at
I
all.
don't I don't see it either. Like I just feel like I, when I think of Austin Theory, I think of him as more like a jobber than anything else.
Right, right. But he and even in NXT, like I've seen him on NXT, and I didn't think he was good. And not to be called up that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He should still be on NXT right now, in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough to win to a U.S. title. And that match
Right.
against Cena at WrestleMania was a joke. Like, I think that's one of Cena's worst matches. And Cena in that match, you could clearly tell he was being a jobber, because
Yeah.
early Cena would have already beaten him, and Cena really was
Oh,
trying to
easily.
get Theory over, and I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it. I don't see the greatness in him. You know what I'm saying? And he held the title for this long. He went against Lashley more than once for the title. He beat Lashley. Rey Mysterio, he beat him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He went against I think it was Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler lost, so
Mm.
he's defending the title, and nobody can beat him. But I think his time is coming at SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam he's gonna lose that title, and
Mm.
tonight. I still feel like it was a good match, but it was a good match for Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed, like I said, he's gonna be the next big thing in the company, and I think he had a good match tonight. Lashley was good. I just wish they would have beaten Austin Theory for the title. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you got to put this dude in like a battle royal for the U.S. title? Like, they might have to do that next,
Exactly.
because they
Exactly.
already had they had a triple threat. You know what I'm saying? It's like do you put him in a? I think they had a fatal four way at one point. It's like you might have to do like a elimination chamber for the U.S. title,
They
or a
have to
battle
do
royal or
something.
something.
They have to do
Yeah,
something.
because I'm like this dude. I hope they're not trying to pull a Roman Reigns with him. Like
Oh
he's not
God.
that good to hold the title for that for a whole year, a
Oh
whole 2 years and
God.
all that. Nah,
Right.
nah. They gotta
Mm.
give him some real contenders or something, because I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on there.
some real like competition and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like he was getting his ass beat in NXT. I'm like, how does he come up to the main roster and all of a sudden he's unbeatable? Like, come on.
Right. Right. No.
You know what I'm saying? Like he in NXT he was facing dudes like Damian Priest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He faced Bronson in NXT and Bronson Reed beat him. I'm like, so you mean to tell me Bronson Reed can't beat him on the main roster? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I expect him to lose the title at SummerSlam. Who I don't know
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna face him, but whoever he faces, and hopefully that title is on the line at SummerSlam. I think
Right.
that's when he's gonna lose it. I don't see him going
Mm.
into WrestleMania 40 next year as the US champion. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
For what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. Um, the fourth match you had Rhea Ripley from the Judgment Day, the NXT the NXT the SmackDown champion. Now she's on Raw, and we're gonna talk about that. 'Cause I think that's the most stupidest shit ever. That
Oh.
you got Bianca Belair, the Raw
No.
champion on SmackDown, and then you got the SmackDown champion on Raw. Makes no damn sense.
No.
But we gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
The SmackDown champion, which is on Raw now, Rhea Ripley from the Judgment Day, she was
Mm-hmm.
facing Zelina Vega tonight. Zelina Vega looked gorgeous. I love the homage that title she had. Paying homage
Yeah.
to her Puerto Rican people. That was
Mm-hmm.
great. She started crying in the ring, and they were giving her standing ovation and clapping for her. That was great.
Right.
I love the whole environment, the whole homage to Latin people in Puerto Rico. Throughout the night, that was dope. But she lost the match. You know what I'm
But
saying?
exactly.
She lost
Exactly.
the match. If you really wanted to say a thank you to Puerto Rico, have her beat Rhea Ripley for the title. That would have been
Exactly.
better, because
Some.
Rhea Ripley is now on Raw, and she's the SmackDown champion. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to really have people talking about this pay-per-view. You should have had Zelina win the title. At
Yes.
least for this pay-per-view. It don't mean that she has to stay champion for like up until SummerSlam. At least for this pay-per-view, she could have beaten
Mm-hmm.
Rhea Ripley, in my opinion.
She did just some.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Rhea won, and I think the theme of the night for the Judgment Day was white, because Rhea wore white attire,
Mm-hmm.
Damian Priest wore white,
Mm-hmm.
Dom wore white. I think everybody wore white except for Finn. I don't think Finn wore any white attire, but
Yeah, I don't think
that
so
seemed to be
either.
like, yeah, that seemed to be like the theme for them tonight. Tonight at least, wearing the whole white attire or whatever.
Right.
And but I thought like shout out to Zelina Vega. Like she's another one that they didn't really knew what to do. They didn't know what to do with. Like she had a she was like the manager with Andrade when Andrade was up in the company, and you know
Yes.
um they didn't really give her meaningful matches.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's like in the LWO, and I saw today that the LWO, like all the members got like the tattoos on their body.
Really?
So yeah, they got the LWO tattoos on them. So like they really dedicated to the LWO brand. You know what I'm saying? Ray got the tattoos, and Santo Escobar and the other members, they all got the LWO tattoos on them. So
Wow.
I thought that was dope to see, and like they paid homage to the Latin people. That was great. That was great for
Yeah,
Zelina
that
Vega
was
to
good. That was good.
yeah. And I hope like going forward, now that she's a part of the LWO, and it looks like the LWO going to be in more like not main event, but more meaningful matches, that they
Mm-hmm.
have Zelina Vega in more meaningful matches as well.
I hope so
You know
too.
what I'm saying? Right. So hopefully this
Like
is not the last time we see in like a real good match. You know what I'm saying? So
and here's my
uh,
problem with WWE in
mhm,
general. Like they have
right.
they have good talent, but the problem is
They
they
do.
underutilize them.
Exactly, and
Which
that's going back to what I was saying about NXT. They do
yeah,
these call ups, and then they end up
yes,
burying a lot of this talent to
yeah,
become jobbers for other people. I'm like, what was the whole point of doing that? When
right.
they
And
could have
for
stayed down there and remain champion, like Indy Hartwell got drafted up to the main roster,
it's
and she
like
had to relinquish her
yeah,
win because she had a ankle injury. So what are they going when she gets better? Is she going to be a main contender for the women's title, or is she going to be a jobber?
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of talent that they have, and I think they realize that like everybody's not going to title. We got to send some of this talent back down to NXT like they did with Apollo Cruz
right,
because he was good.
right.
They brought him
Yeah, he
up, and then
was
he only won like what he had like that small feud with Big E. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I was like after that, it's like they sent them back down.
yeah. Which
You know what I'm
he
saying?
was
So
he was talented.
yeah, you know what I mean? And now he got called up again. So hopefully they use him right this time, on the main roster. And that's been my whole with them, calling up some of this talent too quickly to the main brand is because like if they're not ready to be a champion, why are you calling them up? Let them develop down in NXT. I think
Exactly.
Graham's son needs to be in NXT. I think Dom needs to be down there for like a good 2 years. But they'll never do
I
that
think
because
so
it's Rey
too.
Mysterio's son.
I think
Yeah.
so too. Like like I'm not gonna hold you. Like I don't know. Like with him like wrestling now, like in WWE, it's like yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, he's okay, but he's not that
He's okay.
great.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
He like this. He's learning, but I think if he was in NXT for like a good 2 years, he would be so much better than he is now.
I agree.
Because he's still rusty. Like I remember when him and Ray was a tag team, and he would do like
Yeah.
his moves off the top rope. He was rusty as fuck. Like he
I
was slow to
agree.
do that. It's like you can't be slow like that in the ring, and you're supposed to be a high flyer. You come from a high flyer, family.
Right,
You know what I'm saying
family.
with
Right.
Chavo and yeah, Chavo and Eddie were high flying wrestlers, and Ray a legend. You know what I'm saying? And I think he needs to. I've been saying that he needs at least 2 years in NXT. You know what I'm saying? And but they won't do that because of who his dad is. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame, but I think he really needs to be down there. Like he can still be a part of but while he's a part of, he needs to be training in NXT. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
because
you know,
yeah, because honestly, like I mean, all right, Dominic. Don't get me wrong. Like as far as like I don't know, like to me, he's not it. You know what I mean? Like he's not
right?
ready. Like he's not it. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he should.
He's
Like you
not. He
said.
can't. Mm. Now go ahead. My bad.
No, I was going to say like I, him cutting a promo. No, almost impossible right now.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like with him. Like trying to do these promos and the crowd is booing him. He has to learn to talk through all that shit.
Yeah, he
Because
does.
it's
He
like
definitely.
every time you keep stopping, you're taking away time from the
Mhm.
other matches on the show, and it's like
Exactly.
he can't. You could tell he doesn't know how to do a segment, and people are booing him. You are the heel. Judgment Day is a heel stable. He has to learn how to
Right.
learn from Damien, learn from Finn, learn from Rhea,
Yes.
because they all
Yeah.
do. They all talk through the crowd booze. He hasn't learned that
Exactly.
yet.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Not
like,
even
yo,
close.
he still he need that's why he needs to be in NXT. That's exactly
Yeah.
why he needs to be in NXT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
And I don't. They'll probably won't do it. But if that was me, I'd be like, yo, you going down for 2 years, but we still gonna have you come up
Exactly.
for the Judgment Day. You're still gonna be part of the stable, but as far as
Exactly.
individual matches, you're gonna be on NXT.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just the way it has to be.
Yeah. You know. So we get to the fourth match. It was the Latin, the hottest Latin artist right now, Bad Bunny
Oh God.
against Damian Priest from the Judgment Day.
Oh Lord.
And I never saw Bad Bunny wrestle. I only saw the highlights. I
Mm-mm.
know he had him and Damien had like a tag team match before, whatever. I didn't see it. I've only seen highlights. I didn't really care to see Bad Bunny wrestle,
Lord.
but it's like the first time I actually saw him wrestle in the ring. He's actually decent though. I think you know what's crazy. I think watching Bad Bunny, because to me they had one of the best matches of the night. And I
Mm-hmm.
think watching Bad Bunny against Damian Priest, he's better in the ring right now than Dom is.
Okay. Yeah. I
You know what I'm saying?
um.
And
I
and
see
and
what
the
you're
thing
talking
is,
about.
Dom has you have a legendary dad with Rey Mysterio
Yes.
Jr.
Yes.
And your in ring techniques are not that good compared to Bad Bunny, who's a Latin artist.
Right.
How does that happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gave one of the best matches of the night. A Latin
Mm-hmm.
artist. This is Bad Bunny we talking about. Booker T
Right.
and all those other
Mm-hmm.
hits that he got.
Mm-hmm.
That gave a great match tonight, and Dom can't do that.
Nope.
You know what I'm
Apparently not.
saying? I think I don't know if he has an official contract with the company. I think Triple H needs to sign him tonight. He needs to be
Something.
he needs to be on the roster. Like forget calling up this one and that. He needs to be on the roster tonight.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? They on 2K22, they had him as a playable character in the game. So you might as well be signed to the company. I mean, you signed Logan Paul. I think he's overrated as fuck.
Oh God.
And they signed and he was nowhere to be found on this pay-per-view because the only
Right.
time you see Logan was like WrestleMania, Royal
Mm-hmm.
Rumble. He only did the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
supposedly they signed to a new contract. Where was Logan Paul tonight? I didn't see him.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all need to sign Bad Bunny tonight. He needs a contract.
Yeah, he needs something.
Definitely. Because to me, I didn't expect that match to be that good, but he had a phenomenal match with Damian Priest. It was like a San Juan street fight type of match. So he brought out, weapons with him. He brought out like the kendo sticks. He brought out the dumpster cans. Anything you
Yeah.
could find in Puerto Rico, he brought out, and he was beating Damian Priest's ass with it, and I loved it.
And that was the match that I went into like real low expectations.
Yes, I didn't expect it to be good. I was like,
Mhm.
yo, this is gonna be a match where Damian Priest beat him in like maybe 10 minutes, and we'll go on
Right.
to like the next one.
Right.
This match was one of the best, like top two for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was that good, and I didn't expect it to be good at all.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like for my first time seeing Bad Bunny in the ring, and I'm like, yo, they need to sign him. He's good.
Yeah.
He
He.
has something. If they sign him right now, he would be the biggest star in the company.
Right.
The biggest star. It wouldn't be Roman.
Oh
You know what I'm
God.
saying? And yeah, like it was a good back and forth match. You know, there were times when he thought Damien was gonna win. There were times where I thought Bad Bunny was gonna win, and
Right.
a lot of like close
Yeah.
pinfalls, and this was an awesome match. I definitely enjoyed it. And like I said, I think Triple H needs to they need to officially give him a contract if they don't have a contract with him yet.
Yeah. They do. I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like sign him to Raw now for sure.
Exactly. It's
You
something.
know what I'm saying? Sign him to Raw. You want to send down Io Sky and Dakota
Mm-hmm.
Kai back to NXT where they belong
Mm-hmm.
and sign Bad Bunny.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Something.
saying? What would you give the match like on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give it about 9.5.
Yeah, same. I thought it was a great match. That was the surprise match for me tonight because I didn't expect it to be good, like I said. And shout out to Bad Bunny, man. Just Bad Bunny's killing it in the charts. He
Yeah.
killed it in the ring tonight.
Yep.
He won the match against Damian Priest. Damian Priest got an ass kicking like never before.
Right.
He's definitely gonna remember this one for sure. It ain't too many times you see people in the Judgment Day get their ass kicked like that. He got an ass whooping
Right.
tonight.
Oh, easily.
That was a great match.
Easily, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, we get to oh, and also I forgot to mention in that match the people that came out in that match. You had Carlito, who I haven't seen in years.
Oh
It might be
God,
like a whole
yeah,
decade
for that
that I didn't even
Carlito.
I haven't seen Carlito.
Oh
It's been a
God,
long time.
oh Lord,
Carlito and his afro and his apple showed
wow,
up
wow,
to help Bad Bunny. Of course, I knew LWO was gonna come out at some point. That's the
right,
truth. Um, you had Savio Vega, who I haven't seen since what, the '90s, maybe.
right.
He can. I almost forgot who it was. I'm like, who is that? Because I saw him in the dressing room with Bad Bunny before the show started, and he gave Bad Bunny something. I don't know if it was a kendo stick or like the Puerto Rican flag. It was something he gave him backstage, and I was like, who is that? 'Cause I'm like, I didn't recognize him, and they said it was Savio Vega. I'm like, Savio Vega. I haven't seen him since like 95, 96.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he showed up. Of course, Finn and Dom showed up, and they got their ass kicked by LWO,
Oh Lord.
and Carlito he's still in shape. He's still in
Yeah,
shape. I don't know why he ever left. I'm like, they should have kept this guy.
yeah, he looked, yeah, he looked pretty decent. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But I don't know, like maybe they didn't know what to do with him,
I
or
don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
Again, that's another talent going to the wayside because WWE don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they
You know what
dropped the
I'm saying?
ball.
They,
They
they,
dropped the
they didn't
ball.
have they probably didn't have no compelling storylines from everybody's not gonna have a compelling storyline. Okay,
Yeah.
the bloodline got lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And it seemed like since the bloodline got this compelling storyline, people expect all these other wrestlers to have storylines. They're not the bloodline. They're not gonna have a compelling storyline every week.
no, not even
You know what I'm
close.
saying? They still gotta have the talent though. At the end of the day, that's what the fans want to see. They want to see talent.
Fact,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? And Carlito always had the talent. They just didn't know what to do with him.
No, they didn't. Like I feel like that, and that goes for like several less wrestlers, like Dolph Ziggler. That's another
Right.
one, like understated. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
And get into Ziggler. The thing about that is I never liked Ziggler. I always thought he would. I used to look at him like I looked at Austin Theory. And
Hmm.
and, and maybe 7 years down the line, I'll be saying, oh, Austin Theory is a good wrestler. But
Yeah.
I like going to the house shows, going to Monday Night Raw, going to SmackDown, and
Right.
back when Ziggler. This is before he won the Money in the Bank and he cashed it in against Alberto Del Rio and won the title. I remember those house shows and he had a huge fan base. He had people
Yep.
coming in with his t-shirts. They had signs for him, and
Hmm.
even back then I'm like I don't get the hype for this dude,
Right.
but he's come a long way, and I think that's because he's gotten older now. You know what I'm saying? And he's remained loyal to WWE for that long that
Right.
they probably the front office probably felt like, yo, we got to give
Hmm.
this dude another title because he's not going to get a shot at Roman no time soon.
No,
You know
hell
what
no.
I'm saying? And he went to NXT and he won the title down there for a couple months, and
Right.
I think he still got it. He needs to be in NXT. I really believe
Right.
that. I'm like, forget drafting him to Raw and SmackDown because he's not gonna get no title on there. Let him
Right.
go down. Let him go back down to NXT and face off against Carmelo Hayes.
And see, like I saw Austin Theory
Mhm.
live like
Right,
before COVID happened.
right,
And they had what did they have? They had they had like an event, and this was like literally a week before COVID was announced or whatever.
right.
And he was pretty solid there. You know what I mean? So it's like he's talented, but the problem
Right.
is like the WWE, like the writing, the writing just
Yeah.
it's like it's a hit or miss.
Right. It is. It is. I remember last week seeing a post where they said for Bray Wyatt they have a new writer for Bray Wyatt, and this is another great talent on the roster that they didn't know what to do with him.
Nope, no, they did not.
I felt like especially early White when he had the White family with them,
Right,
and they didn't know like he was playing Jabba to Seth Rollins and to other talent at that time, even including Roman on the
right,
roster. I'm like, Bray Wyatt should be a champion right now. He should have some type of title around his waist. Why are they this whole stupid storyline with him and Alexa Bliss and If Alexa come back, she only coming back unless Bray come back. What the fuck, are they married?
Right.
Last
Exactly.
time I checked, they wasn't married. I'm like, what is this whole thing? Why is Alexa Bliss career based on whatever Bray Wyatt does? I don't get that.
I don't either. I don't get it either. Like
You know
what?
what I'm saying? I'm like, Alexa Bliss is a great champion on her own. She don't
Yep.
need no storyline involving the Wyatts. They tried it. It was cool. You move on from that.
It was cool for a hot second.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like even her last stint in the company, they were teasing us with that. She misses Bray and all that. I'm like, come on, man. Like she
Right.
don't need that. Like she's a great champion on her own. She could be
Shit.
up against Bianca Belair or Rhea and still win.
I
She's
would
that good. You know what I'm saying? And,
I
and,
would
and
I
she,
would love to see that.
yeah, and she's won the
But
title.
versus Bianca.
Right, and she's won the title multiple times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, what is this whole thing about? Oh, she's taking time off. But I think she had supposedly the rumor is she had like skin cancer treatment.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know when she's coming back. If she's coming back, they said she was at WrestleMania 39, but we didn't
Right.
see her. But if she do come back, it don't need to be with Bray. If Bray's gonna come back, I don't know if he's injured or what's going on with him. Let him come back on his own. They don't need to. They don't need their storyline tied together.
If you're gonna bring back Alexa Bliss, bring her back solo dolo.
Exactly. Like that's how she was before. You know what I'm saying?
Bray Wyatt solo dolo.
Right. But they were even when he was here the last time, they were teasing us with Uncle Howie and who was Uncle Howie. People were saying it was his brother Bo. People were
Right.
saying I heard people online saying it was John Morrison. I'm like John Morrison. It don't even look like him.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's like they never got around to revealing who Uncle Howie is and why he was helping out Bray. It's like, yo, when this dude come back, he needs to be a main contender for the title, for some title. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Something.
not going to be against Roman, then he right now I can see Bray beating Austin Theory for the US title.
I can see that
He can
too.
beat him. He can
Yeah.
beat him. You know what I'm
Easy.
saying? Or Gunther against Bray, somebody. He needs to have a title around his waist. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I don't like that whole storyline with Alexa and Bray being interconnected. That's stupid.
Way long overdue. He needs to have a title.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's again that goes to the whatever new rider they got for Bray. I hope they know what they're doing.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not convinced it's gonna go well again. So now see if he was on AEW, he would have had a title already.
Oh, easily.
You know what I'm saying? If he was on Impact or AEW, he would have been had a title.
Easily.
But we'll see what happens. Hopefully he come back. I want to say around SummerSlam. I don't know the state of his health right now. So
Right.
hopefully we see him before the end of the year. Like I would like to see him by SummerSlam. But
Right.
yeah. So you got to see Austin Theory early in his career.
Yeah.
It was this before he joined the way, or was that like after?
I think it was like before he joined.
Yeah.
It
Because
was
I'm just now watching early matches of him when he was on NXT and he was affiliated with the way with Dexter Loomis and Johnny Gargano,
Yeah, God, Johnny
Candice
Gargano.
LeRae.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I didn't like him in that stable outlet. I just thought I'm like he don't fit with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They to me Gargano better than him as a wrestler.
Oh, and Gargano, easily.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, that's Vince's guy. Vince sees some potential in him being the next face of the company. I don't see it.
I don't think he's there yet.
Nah,
In my
nah,
honest opinion, but I mean,
he not.
if you're talking about like speaking of Gargano and Ciampa, like
That was great.
man, you
That
talking
was
about
that was a great rivalry right there for NXT.
you talking about since and I'm gonna take you further since
Yeah.
Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat.
Oh man.
Then
Took it back. Oh
I'll
yeah.
take you one further. Like
Mhm.
that was a great rival.
Yeah.
But
sure.
with Ciampa and what is his name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like both of them, like you talking about great chemistry,
Mhm.
great matches.
Definitely.
great matches. And then the first thing I thought was like Steamboat and Flair. Both of them, great chemistry, great
Facts.
matches. I don't think it's not one match that they was in that was terrible. I think they put it like all 5-star matches, all of them,
Facts. Definitely.
literally.
Yeah. I was a huge Ricky Steamboat fan. Like but that was like around the time he had that feud with Macho Man. Like
Yes,
but that's when WrestleMania 3 was coming up, and there
yeah,
was a match that he had with Macho Man, and Macho Man, I think like he took a ring bell and he went down on the throat of Steamboat,
yeah,
and Steamboat couldn't like talk for a while, but that was a great Ricky Steamboat was definitely a legend.
he
Saw
was,
a lot
yeah,
of of his great matches, and of course
yeah,
Flair was the that was the man. To beat a man, you got to beat the man.
exactly,
Wheeling and dealing and four
exactly.
horsemen, and that's a legend right there, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
You're talking about like between the two of them, like both
Oh
of them.
yeah,
You man, like you thinking like well, somebody's gonna win this one, but
facts,
it's like oh no, they're not. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep going. I'm like wow,
facts.
and you don't
Yeah,
see that
and
shit.
and
Oh
I definitely don't see Theory right now being either one of them. He hasn't had no classic feuds yet.
no, he hasn't.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's not like they putting him up against scrubs. He's beating top tier names.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He had top tier of matches in NXT.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, even with those matches, I'm like, they didn't get him over. At least for me, I'm like, I don't see the greatness. I don't see the greatness
I
in him right now.
I just don't think he's there yet.
Nah, I think he might be a late bloomer. Like the way I saw Dolph Ziggler,
Right,
I think like we look at Dolph older now, like after a decade, he
right.
still got it.
I
I
agree.
think it might have to take another decade if this dude is still around for me to be like,
Yeah,
oh, like Austin Theory, he good now in
yeah.
2030 something than he was in 2023.
I just feel like Dolph Ziggler. I think he's understated. I
I
feel
I don't know. Even with him, it's like he's become a jobber on the main rosters.
that too. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm like this dude was a Money in the Bank champion, winner. He won the heavyweight title. He won the NXT championship,
yeah.
and you got him being a jobber on the main roster. To people like Austin Theory, to
Right,
Bronson Reed, like nah, he
right.
should be in the thick of the same way they got Seth and they got
Exactly.
Lashley and Drew in as contenders. He needs to
Right.
be a contender as well, still.
Yeah, I agree. I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, yo, maybe Raw and SmackDown is not for him. Maybe he needs to be in NXT and being that mentor to the younger talent on there, as well as being in important matches in his career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he could win a title on NXT, then he could definitely win on SmackDown and Raw. He still got it.
Or send him to AEW.
Or AEW would have made him a champion already.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, everybody's not gonna win the title, and I don't know if it's like they feel like they're compelled to bring more new titles in. That's not the answer. The
Right.
answer is having good storylines for some of these
I,
the main talent besides
I
the
agree.
bloodline. And when the bloodline is done, then what they gonna do?
The bloodline should have been done after
You know what I'm
WrestleMania.
saying? Because
Sorry.
this bloodline story is not gonna continue forever.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna continue forever. At some point, Roman is gonna leave. The
Mhm.
Usos are gonna do their thing. Solo's gonna be a big champion on the main roster like he was on NXT, but it's not gonna continue forever. What are they gonna do after the bloodline?
But,
That's gonna be the thing. Is it just they just riding the wave of the bloodline now, and then they're gonna say fuck it? It's gonna be back to boring ass shows like it was before.
but and,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
the whole reason why people watch SmackDown now is because of the bloodline.
And
Even myself, like I don't watch SmackDown no more.
no.
The whole reason why I got into SmackDown again, like the last 6 months, is because of the bloodline story with
Mhm.
Cody and with the KO and Sammy. That is
Mhm.
the main reason why people watch SmackDown. And now
That
they're talking about moving SmackDown again to NBC.
NBC.
Yeah, I saw the post just now that they're talking
No.
about moving SmackDown to NBC.
Oh God. Why?
So they got a lot to do. So they got to start planning after the bloodline story is over. You know what I'm saying? That is the main reason. Like Raw is different. Raw was always the main show to watch.
Yeah,
But for the past,
USA.
30 years, that's always been the main show. When
Yeah,
they did the brand split and they had SmackDown on its own, SmackDown in the beginning years, it was good because you still had Triple H and Stone Cold and The Rock on both shows.
yeah, you did.
Once they left and once they did this whole draft, that's when they
Yep.
became shit.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? Then
Yep.
I'm like, yo, like if the main reason why people watch SmackDown now is for Roman Reigns. When
Yeah,
Roman leaves, what are they gonna do?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's watching it for Gunther. They're not watching it for the Drew or Sheamus. They watching it for the bloodline.
And you know what? And you know what I heard? This is rumors right now.
Right.
So, okay, so the new championship belt.
Yeah.
They're talking about Cody winning that one.
Now see, the thing is, if you put Cody in the tournament and he potentially he don't have to win it though. You could
Right,
put him in the tournament because he's still new to being back there and everything and
right,
completing his story. If you
yep,
put him in the tournament but he doesn't win, at least you got him in the tournament.
right,
But I think for Cody's story to finish, he has to beat Roman Reigns in the bloodline. That's what
yep,
everybody wanted to see. That's why people wanted to see WrestleMania 39 to see if he could
yep.
beat Roman Reigns and end his reign on top. And he didn't do it. So the story is not completed yet. So it's not gonna it's really not gonna it's gonna take it's gonna take some steam out of his story if you put Cody in the new tournament and then he wins the
But
title. Yeah, so he won the Raw title, but he didn't
yeah,
get a chance to beat Roman. That's what
right.
he really wants.
But you know what though? And I just thought about this like just now though. Like, okay, you know how Cody Rhodes had the match with Brock Lesnar?
Right.
That should have been like the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. That should have been.
And we're gonna we're gonna get to that match
Yeah.
because even with that match, that to me was a Vince move because
Facts.
there was no history or story between Brock and Cody.
No, it
Before then.
wasn't. So what is this? What is this coming from?
It just seems so random. I'm like, this is the stupid shit that Vince is still doing at his decrepit age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He needs to take his old ass to an island and stay there.
That's
Let Triple H run the show because Triple H knows what he's doing. He was once a
exactly.
wrestler himself.
And you know what? And like I said, I think I told you a couple weeks back when I
Yeah,
was doing this when I was saying my thoughts on WrestleMania.
right.
They at the last second
Mm-hmm.
they changed it to where Cody Rhodes lose.
Right.
They had him winning. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he should. I feel like, and a lot of people say the same thing. He should have won.
Yes.
I feel like they had it to where he should have won, but at the last seconds, when Vince McMahon his old ass come back,
Uh-huh. Yep.
nope.
And
We're gonna have Brock. We're
but
gonna
so
have
but
Cody.
so so
We're gonna have him lose.
but supposedly the thing is they said they had that planned for weeks. I don't buy it though.
I don't need that.
I
I
don't
don't
buy
buy
it
it.
because they know he was the Cody Rhodes was the main draw to WrestleMania 39.
Right.
It was if people wanted to see him beat Roman and they wanted to
Hmm.
see KO and Sammy become
Yep.
tag team champions.
Right.
And we got one out of that. I
Right.
just wish that WrestleMania 39 should have ended with Cody Rhodes holding up both of those titles. That would
And
have been a epic WrestleMania moment.
and that's fine though. You still have Brock Lesnar, versus Cody and
Right,
Backlash now. You still
right,
have that for the title. For the
hmm
title, that's fine.
right,
And that will put Cody Rhodes over even more. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? But what can you possibly do with the bloodline? Because now you have Sokoa.
Hmm
It's like, and I saw it on Friday Night SmackDown or whatever.
Right,
You do your part, and I'm gonna do mine.
right,
So meaning that Sokoa, if the two Uso twins,
hmm
they're not gonna do their part. Guess what? Sokoa is gonna eventually turn on them.
and
Eventually.
And we almost saw that tonight because
Yep.
he almost turned on Jay, and Jay
Yep.
looked at him like, nigga, what you blood. I'm
Right.
your brother. You little brother to me. Like, you gonna really turn on me
Exactly.
for Roman? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think
Exactly.
that's what's gonna happen though. I think I said that even after the Usos lost the titles at Mania. I
Right.
said I see the Usos leaving the bloodline.
Yep. I agree.
I think they're definitely gonna leave, and they're gonna Jay's gonna come to the realization that Sammy was right all the time,
Yep.
and he just was clouded by his loyalty to the tribal chief, and
Yes.
they're gonna be like, yo, I'm done with this shit.
Right.
I see that happening. Now the other thing is there's rumors coming out saying that Solo might also turn on the bloodline. So do you have both Usos and Solo leaving the bloodline? And what would happen if Roman has this long vacation, comes back, and then there's no damn bloodline at all?
Shit. I'd be
You know what
fine
I'm
with.
saying? Like his whole family bloodline and stable is the island is crumbling, and
Right.
there's nothing to come back to but him and the wise man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So supposedly they can see Solo becoming a future champion,
Yep.
but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's right now though. Not
No.
not not when you have Cody that hasn't completed the story. I think Cody got to
Exactly.
win this
Not at
title
this
first.
moment.
Yeah, I think
No.
Cody got to win first.
Yep.
Then we can talk about Solo versus Cody and
Mm-hmm.
whoever. But I think at this minute, Cody got to finish his story. But I like I said, like I watched Solo on NXT, and when he won the North American title, he's
Right.
good.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. I could definitely see him as a future champion. Not right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see the Usos leaving. I think it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be on SmackDown or Night of the Champions. I think it's gonna happen where it might be during the match, and the Usos are gonna be like, "See ya, we going."
Now, let me ask you this.
Mm,
WrestleMania 40, do you think it's going to be Reigns versus The Rock?
no, that should happen. Like again, Rock teased us for how many years?
Yep.
This man is Hollywood. He's fully invested in Hollywood at this point.
Exactly.
He's doing movies, he's doing shows,
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. If he really wanted to come back, he would have came back a long time ago. They
I
all
agree.
every post post conference I've seen with Triple H, and the reporters are asking him, "What about The Rock? When's The Rock coming back?" And Triple H said the same thing. Like if his phone is always open to The Rock, all Rock
Mm-hmm.
got to do is call him.
Right.
He didn't even during WrestleMania weekend. He was teasing people by posting up a picture of him on a private jet. He was leaving Los Angeles.
Yep.
He wasn't going to be there.
And then even on Jimmy Fallon, where
Right,
he was, I think he said something about um the head of the table or something
yeah,
like that.
right.
You know what I mean? And I get it. He's busy. Like he's busy, and I get that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And there was a crazy rumor during WrestleMania weekend saying that The Rock was gonna interfere, and that he was gonna come down during Cody and Roman's match.
I would have loved to see
And
that.
and yes, that would have
Would
been
love
great
to see that.
if he had came down, do the people's elbow on Roman, and then that's how Cody win. Cody do his finisher, and that's how he win. That would have been a great WrestleMania moment.
Imagine if that shit happened.
Right.
The whole
It would have been
crowd would have
crazy.
went crazy.
It
They
was a missed
dropped the ball
opportunity.
on that.
Missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But they really had to start that from Royal Rumble, because
Right.
the minute that Jay left the ring after Roman hit Sammy with the chair, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm done with the bloodline." That's
Yep.
when it should have started.
Facts.
And they dropped. It was a missed opportunity by them, because the rumor was after Jay leaves, and they were trying to find out for weeks. Oh, where's Jay? You have Roman
Right.
going to you had Roman going to Jimmy saying, "Find out where Jay is and bring him to me." They
Yeah.
didn't know where he was.
Right.
During that time when he had disappeared, that's when
Yeah.
they could have. The rumor was they was gonna have The Rock make a new bloodline, like Bloodline 2.0. and it
Yeah.
would have been The Rock, Jay, and Sammy.
Right.
And even though The Rock wouldn't have been there all the time, but they still would have had that new allegiance to piss Roman off and let Roman know that
Mhm.
The Rock is not standing by the tribal chief,
Right.
and that could have worked. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That could have that would have been a great WrestleMania moment, and they blew it.
Facts.
They blew that
Facts.
shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, do not bury Cody and make him a jobber again, because that's the same reason why he left
Exactly.
so many years
Exactly.
ago.
That's why he left the first time.
Why would you bring him back so he can be a jobber again to
Right.
Austin Theory? Come on.
Right. No.
To Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar, when he was a champion, he never showed up. So he in Roman's position, as far as I'm
Right.
concerned.
Facts.
He was never around.
Right. And
You know what
then
I'm saying? And he did that for years. It's like they made Brock Lesnar champion, and he was never there to defend it.
another rumor too was Rikishi was gonna show up too.
Yes, that
That was
that
another
that's true,
rumor.
because Rikishi said apparently that he wants to be involved in the Bloodline storyline. So this story is not finished.
No,
If
it's
they
not.
play their cards right, they can still incorporate Rikishi. I know Rikishi has a daughter that's wrestling too,
Yeah.
supposedly, and you can incorporate her. The Bloodline needs a female. Why not?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That would be a
Yeah.
good luck. Judgment Day got a female.
Yeah.
LWO got a female. Why not?
Yes.
Bloodline.
I agree.
And
100%.
it's not, and they have females that are already part of their family. Tamina is related to them. Nia
Tamina,
Jax is related to
yes.
them.
Nia Jax, yeah.
Supposedly Dakota Kai
Speak,
is Samoan. I think she's part Samoan.
yeah.
Now I don't know if she's related to them, but they would have, any of those females would be a good fit in the bloodline.
Speaking of Nia Jax, I heard she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be. She was coming back, and
Because she put a picture online that she lost a ton of
yeah,
weight.
she looked good. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna hold you.
yeah. From the last time when I saw her at Royal Rumble, she didn't look like that.
Yep, I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? So yeah, I think Nia Jax is a perfect fit for the bloodline.
I agree.
They related to her, and she could take
Yep,
out people. Why not?
exactly,
So
exactly.
you got the Enforcer Solo, and you got Nia Jax. I think that's a
Yep,
great fit.
I agree. Like
In
they,
case the Usos whenever the Usos leave.
yep, because I feel like it's this. Like I feel like you could put Nia Jax like in it, or fucking what's his name,
Mhm.
um like literally like you could just
Rikishi.
yeah, Rikishi, yeah,
Mhm.
like Rikishi, like you could put them in there.
Right,
Like they just have to do it right.
right.
They have to execute it right.
And it's a good look for younger fans to introduce, to get familiar with them. Like if they
Exactly,
wasn't watching wrestling like 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
because a lot
So
cause a lot of motherfuckers don't
oh
know
yeah.
who Rikishi is,
Yeah, and
but they know
Nia
who
Jax
Nia Jax
Nia
is.
Jax was a great champion on NXT. She was a great champion on
Yes,
Raw. You know, I
facts.
watched her a lot, and she still got it. So I would like to see
Yes,
Nia. You imagine Nia Jax in the Bloodline, and she's taking on Rhea Ripley from the
yes.
Judgment Day? That would be crazy.
That would be
That
good.
would
I
be
would, I
crazy.
would, I would pay to see that.
Definitely,
I would pay to
definitely.
see that.
Um, yeah. So I think they dropped the ball ever since WrestleMania 39 with Cody on story, and it seemed like a lot of, like I've talking to fans in the past, and they feel like the company is doing the right thing by having, being that Cody wasn't around for so long and he's
Right.
just getting back. He let him earn his title shot again.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? And I'm like, but it to me, he was the main attraction to WrestleMania 39. That's what people wanted to see.
I
the,
mean,
the promotion and the coverage was huge for WrestleMania 39 because people really felt like Roman Reigns was going to lose to Cody Rhodes.
I mean, when Brock Lesnar came back, then he won a championship.
Exactly.
Nah,
And he was never there, just like Roman. Roman all now he ain't showing up to pay-per-views and shit.
right,
It's
right,
like that's the whole reason why Triple H made the new title in the first place, because Roman ain't never there.
right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So it's like they want a champion that's gonna be there defending the title every Monday Night Raw, every pay-per-view, and they ain't got no excuses like, oh, well, I'm going on vacation, or you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And I believe
Mm,
I wouldn't put it past them.
right.
He gonna hold on to the title until next WrestleMania.
I've heard that too.
Yep.
Um, I think he needs to lose it at SummerSlam though.
He
I
should
if
have been
it was up
lost.
to me, If if I was a general manager, Cody Rhodes would have gotten that title, that WrestleMania
At
rematch title shot
WrestleMania, right?
on Monday Night Raw. There wouldn't have been no
Yes.
tag team with Brock Lesnar against Solo and Roman.
No,
He would have gotten that
exactly.
title shot
No,
on Monday
hell
Night Raw.
no. No.
You know what I'm
There would have
saying?
been a rematch.
Yeah, for the title, because if he winning on Monday Night Raw, that would have went down as one of the classic Monday Night Raws ever.
Thank you.
When was the last time you
Exactly.
could say like there was a classic Monday Night Raw? It's been years.
Years or
You know what I'm
decades.
saying? So it's like, yo, they don't even have people that lose the heavyweight title on Monday Night Raw no more. I think the last one was what, Rey Mysterio, I think, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, when he beat
Some,
the Miz.
yeah.
They don't do that no more. So it's like if you lose the world heavyweight title, it's gonna be on a pay per view.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, he would have had that title shot on Monday Night Raw. But to me, I think he needs to lose at SummerSlam.
Cause and
Because if he defending it at SummerSlam and he
mm-hmm.
wins, so that means he's gonna take more time off. He's gonna take more time off between SummerSlam and WrestleMania 40. So he's not gonna be a what? He's not gonna be at Survivor Series. He's not gonna be at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. So we're not gonna see him until what, January for Royal Rumble, maybe.
and, and because there's a thing though. So and I just thought and this just came in my head just now. So if Daniel Bryan could win both titles back in 2014 at WrestleMania,
Right.
why can't Cody Rhodes do it? I
That's what I'm
like
saying.
literally
They
like
they they feeling like, I don't know if they're playing, if this is a part of the storyline of this or this is like the locker room that feel this way. They feel like he hasn't earned his shot at a title. But look at the people that's been on there that haven't even been in the title shot. Like a
right,
Io Sky just getting her title shot now.
right,
Dakota Kai hasn't gotten a title shot.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, Drew McIntyre won the title during COVID. She hasn't gotten a title shot since then.
exactly.
So don't you can't blame Cody. You got to blame Vince and Triple H for that.
Yeah, you
That's not
do.
Cody's fault.
No, it's not. And even you have other. Oh, well, I'd give you one further.
Mhm.
Like fucking. Well, I was going to say Kofi Kingston. Like
But
he
it took him
lost
a
it
whole
to Brock
decade.
Lesnar. Yeah, it took him
It took
that.
Kofi Kingston a whole decade just to get a WrestleMania title shot.
And what about our truth though? Like, I'm not gonna lie, charismatic wrestler, good wrestler, but like he's just as
He
talented.
he needs to be on NXT.
That too, yep.
Yeah, yeah, and like he's won some titles. The last title he won was a 24/7 title, which a lot of people didn't care for. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I said, this is what I'm saying. Like there's certain talent that they're not going to win the
Mm-hmm.
major title, but they can
Right.
still win other titles. Or they can flourish on NXT.
Yep.
I think NXT can't just be looked at as a minor league brand. It has to be a brand where you might have to send down the big names to NXT to restart their career or have like a second life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like watching Dolph Ziggler win the NXT title, he has a second life now.
Yep.
He needs to be down in NXT, flourishing and he's not gonna get a. I don't see him getting a shot at Roman.
And even
Yeah.
and even like what's his name? Like Dean Ambrose. Like
Right,
he was supposed to be the next Stone Cold Steve
right,
Austin, but that
right,
happened.
right, and he went and he took his talents to AEW. That's why he's big over there.
Yeah. Very,
You know what I'm
very.
saying? That because that's something that WWE was not gonna do with him.
No.
They saw the potential in Roman and Seth.
And see, Roman Reigns to me, he's not even that great of a wrestler to me.
He's not.
I'm sorry.
He's not.
And when you do the same moves and shit like that over and over and over and over again, it just
Right.
gets old after a while. It's like,
Right.
how do you?
And like I was saying, this bloodline story this was the way for them to get Roman over with the fans because the fans was not feeling him like that. He
No,
wasn't getting that push before then, and
right?
and they had to create this bloodline story to get
Mm,
him over, and that's what they did. But
right.
for them to be thinking about, oh, he should be champion until WrestleMania 40, or we're gonna make him champion till I heard some ridiculous shit to like 2028. He ain't gonna be around that long. He
Yeah.
already taking time off now. You think he's gonna last till 2028?
No.
You know what I'm saying? And this whole thing about, oh, well, we can have him be champion so that he can beat Hogan's streak. He will never be on Hogan's level. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan
Wait,
is a legend.
wait,
Hulk
you're talking
Hogan was my
about
introduction to wrestling.
they're trying to
I,
compare him to Hogan?
yeah,
Oh,
they want to have him
no,
champion so that
no,
he could beat Hogan's streak. He's not Hulk Hogan.
no, 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 no,
If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, you wouldn't have a Roman Reigns.
no.
You know what I'm
Hulk
saying?
Hogan.
Like Hulk transcended both wrestling and entertainment. That's why it's as big as it is now because of Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, you kidding me? No.
Definitely, because Hogan was the one that he was the first to go into Hollywood and do movies,
Nope.
Suburban
Oh
Commander,
God.
and you know shit
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and he was on the different talk shows, Morning with Regis and Kathy Lee and all
Right.
that, and
Yeah.
yeah, like Hogan transcended wrestling and entertainment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's my legend. Like Roman Reigns ain't on that level as far as I'm concerned. He could be champion for another decade. He's still gonna be on Hogan's
I
level.
mean, Roman Reigns. I mean, he was in what that one movie Hobbs and Shaw for that little
Yes,
role,
that
but
was
that
right,
was
right.
it though. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
no.
but I'm like, nah, it's like, come on now, y'all getting ridiculous, and it's people that's tired already of seeing him as champion because he's never there now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know, the real compelling members is Solo and the Usos. They the ones that's people want to see. They don't like Roman could leave. We still got them.
Actually, yeah, actually, convincing,
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm
convincing.
saying? So that match was good. I wanted Kevin and Sammy to win, but the Bloodline won that thanks to Solo because it looked like the Usos was gonna lose that match. But
Yeah,
I do feel like the Usos are gonna leave. I see Jay Uso definitely could go solo if he
he
wanted
can't.
to. Main event Jay, I definitely because he really carried that match too tonight, and he's
Right.
good. I think they got to give him a chance to see what he could do solo wise from his brother. We never seen him away from his brother.
Yeah, he has the potential.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like he can be the Jeff Hardy of the Usos. Because to
he
me,
could.
Jeff was the better one than Matt.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I still want to see Jay in solo as a solo wrestler, but I think definitely the Usos are gonna leave the bloodline. What did you think about the Cody and Brock match?
Oh God, man.
You didn't
Uh,
care for it?
uh, I mean, it is what it is.
I I I love the fact that Cody didn't wait till the bell rung. Like he got at Brock early.
Yeah, he did.
Like
That
he was,
that
and I didn't
right.
realize it was a no disqualification. I'm like, well, why is
No, it
Cody
was a no disqualification.
right? Cody's using chairs on him. That would have been a disqualification. He's using the steps to hit him and everything. I'm like, I didn't realize it was a no disqualification match.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Like I was rooting for Cody because I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, kill
definitely. He
injure.
had to because the thing is, if he had lost, then it's like, oh, he back at the line now. Nah,
Right,
you can't let
right,
that happen.
right.
You know what I
Like
mean?
I was rooting for Cody the whole time. No, I
Yeah,
was like, injure his ass. Like get
definitely,
him out of here.
definitely, definitely.
Get him
I
out.
was like, yeah, that's the Cody I wanted. He was angry. And he was
Yes,
like, "Yeah, you're gonna pay for what you did to me on Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago."
exactly.
And I love the fact that he didn't wait till he got in the ring and he went at him early. That's what he's
Yep,
supposed to do, especially when the locker room feel like you're the outsider coming in and you don't deserve a shot. You gotta prove them wrong
yep.
and let them know like, yo, my story. I'm on a journey and my story's not finished yet. And
And
that's what he did tonight.
Cody Rhodes, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely, definitely. I'm a huge fan of him now. Like back when he was there as dashing Cody Rhodes and
Yeah,
Stardust, I didn't care for
yeah,
him. But the new Cody, just seeing him on AEW and how he
yeah,
transcended from that company to now and
yeah.
made that company
Mhm.
big, yeah, he's my favorite right now.
Yeah, I'm like, yep. I was rooted. I was like, and I'm gonna watch that match over again
Yeah,
because that I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like, oh God. I'm like, oh. Lord. I'm like Cody. I'm like Cody. I'm like, man.
Yeah,
It's like I wish this shit happened at fucking WrestleMania with Roman
facts,
Reigns.
facts,
I wanted to see that. That
definitely.
would have been interesting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But with Brock Lesnar, and then too, Brock
Mhm.
Lesnar, he's getting ready to. From what I've heard, he's getting
Mhm.
ready to leave too. So it's like,
Is he?
yeah, that's what
Is
I
he
heard.
is he leaving for good, or is he just this is like another vacation?
I, okay, so from what I've read, I've read somewhere that he is leaving for good.
Okay,
This I think WrestleMania might be his last.
really?
Yeah, and then um I think he was gonna leave like sometime after, but that's just like I've read, I don't know what's true or not. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
But I wouldn't be surprised because it's like, what more can Brock Lesnar do?
right. What more can he
What
do?
more, what more can he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, he put over so much talent. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, after Cody Rhodes, what else can he do? He can't
right.
do anything
And
else. You
and
know
may,
what
maybe that's why nobody drafted him in the draft. That's why he's a free agent because he might
I'm
be on
saying?
considering retiring. You know what I'm saying for good. But I would be like, yo, let me put Brock Lesnar on NXT. I would like to see Braun
Yes.
Breaker before Braun Breaker gets called up because I know he's
Yeah.
gonna come up at some point. And
Yes.
I'm surprised he didn't get called up in the draft, but
Right.
it seems like the fans want to see him on the main roster right now. So
Right.
before Braun Breaker leave, let me get that Brock Lesnar match.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Brock on NXT just to see if he could
Yes.
what he could do on here.
Because he battled against the greats, you know what I
Mhm.
mean,
He did.
like Undertaker, and
Yep.
you know,
Destroyed him.
Strowman,
Yep.
and you know, what is his name, Seth
Yep.
Rollins,
The
and
Rock, Cena,
yes, Rock
everybody.
Cena, and it's
Everybody.
like, what can he can't do nothing else. It's
Right.
nothing else for him.
There ain't.
So it's
And
like, go ahead.
yeah, that's why I felt like him against Cody. I'm like, is that to get Cody over? Because it's not for Brock,
Right.
you
It
know?
has to be. It has to be to get Cody over. And
Yeah,
what else? Like,
exactly. And he did his thing. I mean, even at Mania, I felt like I felt like he was gonna beat Amos anyway. I'm like, and a lot of people didn't even like that match because Amos is terrible in the ring.
yep, that's what I
You know what I'm
heard too.
saying? And I was rooting for Lesnar in that match. I'm like, yeah, beat his ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that. It's like if that's true, well, hey, he's a future Hall of Famer. You won every title. There's nothing
Right.
else to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to see him in another title run because he was
No,
never there. Like I said, he was never there. He's another Roman.
right. Right. Facts.
He was never there. It's like we don't. If they put him in the tournament, hopefully it's just to get somebody else over because he don't need to win no title.
And I felt like with Lesnar, like, okay, you proved it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's like, nah, just go home, be with your wife and kids.
Facts.
And just that's it. There's nothing else for him, really.
Facts.
Just like the Undertaker, it wasn't really nothing for him.
Yeah, like and even with him, there was like rumors about him how he's not liking retirement. He doesn't know what to do. You better get your tall ass in behind, backstage and mentor some people.
Right?
He don't need to come back either. I'm like, I don't want to see
No,
Undertaker on crutches trying to do the tombstone on people. Like, leave
yeah,
your
no.
retirement is for a reason.
And then even John Cena,
Right,
okay, like John Cena, like
right.
when he had that match, and
Mhm.
he didn't look
He
as
didn't
good.
look good.
No, he didn't look so
No,
good.
I didn't like that match at all.
No,
Because you could tell he was rusty, and I'm like, that's not Cena in his prime anymore. Because the Cena in his prime would have beaten Austin Theory for that title,
and after how many movies has Cena done?
right? And he's doing the Peacemaker season 2. He's not thinking about wrestling.
Yeah,
That's
he,
I'm like they must have had to pay him a shitload of money just to come back with WrestleMania. Because I'm
yeah,
like, at this point, it's like he needs to be inducted next year because he's done with wrestling.
right.
I don't see him coming
Yeah.
back.
No, I just with Cena, he's just it's over. You know
Right.
what I'm
It's
saying?
done.
Like he has his movies, he has his TV show,
Right.
and it's like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
he proved that's just it. Like
Oh
there's
yeah.
nothing
You know what I'm
else.
saying? Like he's one of my favorites all time.
Yes.
He was a great champion. He won just about every title. Like yeah, like
Yeah.
he don't need to come back. But
No,
once these people, I feel like once these people get inducted into the Hall of Fame, you should stay retired. That
I
should be the
agree.
rule. Once you get
I agree.
inducted, you can't come out of retirement.
Right. I agree.
They let Edge come out of retirement because they at the time he thought he had a bad neck and it was life career ending and he ended up
Yeah.
coming back. Now we
Yeah.
didn't
He
see
came
Edge
back.
tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what are they gonna do with Edge because they drafted him. I don't know what they plan on doing with Edge at this point because you're not going after the Judgment Day anymore.
I feel like Edge at that point, he it's not he's it's nothing else for him.
There's nothing else for him. It's like is he gonna be a part of this new tournament? It's like because he's another one that's not gonna be there all the time. So they got some of these part timers that's on the roster. I'm like for what?
Right.
You know. So I think yeah, Cena needs to retire. Take your
Yeah.
stay retired. Don't come back. I don't want to see you.
Please don't.
If Lesnar retiring, stay retired. Don't come back. I don't want to see you with no title because you're not
Yeah.
gonna be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Roman is gonna be next. Like yo, you starting to become a part time champion. It's time for you to go soon.
Yep. You gotta
You know what I'm
go.
saying? But when you go, make sure you leave those titles there because
Exactly.
I would hate for him to
Exactly.
retire and he take the titles with him. Like nah, you
Yes.
leave those titles there
Exactly.
because Cody
Yeah.
deserves those titles.
I agree. He should have been. Should have been deserved them.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I really enjoyed this pay per view. Like I said, I think the surprise match of the night was Bad Bunny. I never thought I'd be saying that. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest.
Yeah, that
Bad
was.
Bunny won. Great match. I
Yep.
loved the Cody Rhodes and Lesnar match and
Yep.
Cody attacking Brock early before the bell
Mhm.
rang. That was great.
When
I hope I hope they continue that story and he gets to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
when I saw,
Um
I'm like, oh
the
wow.
bloodline match with KO and Sammy was good. I wanted the bloodline to lose, but they won, and I think they're gonna win with Solo. They're gonna have Solo on
Yeah.
this winning streak, to
Yeah.
promote him and
Now, was that okay? Now this match was that for the that wasn't for the belts, was
nah,
it?
that was just a 6-man tag.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But even now it's like okay, so Riddle, KO, and Sammy lose. What's next for Riddle? Because Randy Orton not coming back no time soon.
No,
What's next for him? Is he going to continue to go at the bloodline, or it's like everybody can't be a part of this bloodline story?
and I heard Randy Orton. No, I heard he
Mhm.
was gonna he's gonna have more to do like He was gonna do
Is
some
he?
backstage.
But
That's what. That's the rumor right now.
they said he was at WrestleMania 39, but
Yep.
he didn't.
Yep.
I don't know why he wasn't a part of the show.
No, he wasn't part of
You know
it.
what I'm saying? And supposedly that they said that his neck injury is still not bad. It's still not.
Right.
It's nowhere near for him to come back.
Right.
So again, this is like Alexa Bliss again with Bray.
Yep.
Forget about the RK Bro shit. Like it's time if Randy Orton ain't coming back this year, Riddle has to go on with his own career.
Yeah, he has to.
You know what I'm saying? So and I don't want to see him a part of the bloodline story because that's not his story to tell.
No.
That's Cody Rhodes' story. It's like Riddle, you
Right.
get your own damn story. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they trying to bring in other people in this story. I'm like, yo, this
Yeah.
is Cody against the bloodline, not
Yeah. It's
Cody
like
with Riddle. And come on, man,
it's like
it's
yeah.
getting to be like a damn soap opera now.
Oh my God, Lord, soap opera, Lord.
Right.
At this point, I'd rather watch fucking Dallas and shit like that. Yeah. With
Man,
J,
you know what I'm
the
saying?
episode where Jr. gets shot, I'd rather watch
Right.
that.
It's like Riddle. They gotta find something to do with Riddle. Like if he's gonna be a part of the tournament, cool. But he gotta do something besides Cody's story. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
agree.
I thought it was a great pay per view. I'm gonna give it a 9, a solid 9.
You give.
Um, I still feel like uh they got to do more with Zelina Vega now
Yeah,
that she's a part of LWO. Yeah, she got to get more meaningful matches now.
yeah.
And Rhea, I don't know what they're gonna do with Rhea. Who's
Mm,
next for Rhea? Who's next for Bianca? I still want a Bianca and Io Sky rematch without the
yeah.
damage control being involved. You know what I'm saying? Would like to
Hmm.
see that matchup at Night of Champions or Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Give Io Sky another title shot, or even on Monday Night Raw, give her another title shot.
yeah,
Because she's very talented and I think she'll be a great champion on the main roster. I don't know what's next for Rhea. Charlotte is on break, so
yeah.
Becky, what they doing with her? She hasn't been seen.
Man,
Who's gonna step up to Charlotte? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the question.
Rhea Ripley, I ain't gonna hold you.
Uh,
Like, I looked at her without makeup and shit. She looked cute as hell.
she's different, yeah. She look a
I'm,
very different without the dog makeup on.
I'm like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then when she got the goth look, she's like hideous. But
Yeah.
people forget, like yeah, like she don't go out in public with the goth makeup. That's
Nah.
just
Like
that's
when
just for the ring
with,
for the show.
without it, she's cute. She's like natural beauty.
Yeah, you
You
know
know
what
what
I'm
I
saying,
mean?
and yeah, what's next for Rhea? Who's gonna step up? Andy Hartwell is injured, so it's not gonna be her.
Like,
I don't know. And then
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. What did you think about the draft?
Oh God. Uh,
I'm looking at some of the draft picks that like for both brands, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
they must have been. They were drunk when
They
they
were drunk. I'm
that.
like, yo, they
What?
drafted hit roll. Yo, they didn't even use hit roll. Why are you drafting them again? They
Right.
need to be on NXT.
Right. Something.
You
Oh,
know, Karrion Cross, another talented
oh,
NXT champion that
right.
that went to the main roster and they don't know how to use him.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
he had a match with Shinsuke last night, and
Oh,
I didn't like it.
no.
I'm like, at this point, it's like they just throwing at anybody for Karrion Cross. They don't know what to do with him. Um, SmackDown they drafted Asuka,
No.
Bianca, Charlotte Flair, Damage Control.
Charlotte Fair and damage control.
Damage Control they need to get rid of. Hey, keep Bailey
You're
or,
right.
or or keep Io Sky and get rid of
Yes.
send Dakota back to NXT.
Send her somewhere. Shit.
Yeah. They got the OC, which was a surprise. I was surprised to see the OC back with AJ Styles and they
Yeah.
added Mia Yim. Mia Yim is part of the crew now. So I forgot about that stable. So now you got the OC with a female with Mia Yim.
Wow.
So I think at some point the bloodline's got to add a female.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying? They
Wow.
got they got a lot of people that I don't even see. Tamina's on the roster. I don't even see her. When the last time Tamina wrestled? I haven't even seen Tamina.
Right. Right.
They got Austin Theory. They picked up Austin Theory, so you got the U.S. champion on SmackDown, on
Yeah.
SmackDown brand. You got like I said earlier, you got the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair on SmackDown, which I don't understand that.
I mean, neither.
LA Knight is there. LA Knight is another one. I was watching some of his early matches in NXT. I'm like, a lot of people love him, but
Yep.
is he going to get the opportunities on SmackDown though?
Probably not.
You got Lacey Evans, another one I haven't seen in a minute.
Lacey
LWO was on
Evans.
here.
He still
Lacey
wrestling?
Evans, yeah, Lacey Evans got drafted to SmackDown,
Oh snap! What
and
the
and I
fuck?
haven't seen Lacey Evans in a minute. She
Wow.
needs to be back on NXT.
Yeah.
The Brawling Brutes with Sheamus and
Oh
Pete
God.
Dunne.
Yeah.
I actually like the Brawling Brutes.
Yeah.
Again, they Pete Dunne was great in NXT. They bought him up, put him in the stable with Sheamus, and he's become a
Right.
jobber there. I think
Right.
Pete Dunne needs to go back to NXT. They got Shotzi, who was good at NXT. She's on there. Some of these people they need to start giving important matches to, like Shotzi.
Dude.
LWO they're definitely gonna promote them. LA Knight,
Yeah.
I want to see what he can do. Karrion Cross definitely needs to be in more important
Cameo.
matches.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got Edge on there. I don't know how often we're gonna see Edge because he's technically retired.
Not that often.
We got the Usos and your boy Roman on here.
Oh,
So
oh God.
Roman, so we still have the bloodline
Right.
on SmackDown because that's the people want to see the bloodline. Bobby
Uh,
Lashley's on here. They got Cameron Grimes from NXT. They got Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is good. So is Cameron Grimes.
yeah.
I know Cameron Grimes have a match next week against Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin he's another free agent that nobody wanted him. He needs to be in NXT also.
Baron Corbin. He's still. Oh God.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, nobody drafted him, so he's a free agent like Lesnar. So
He
I feel like Corbin needs to be in NXT though.
he need to just be free altogether.
Yeah, that's because nobody wanted them. The ones that didn't get picked, they didn't want Lesnar, they didn't want Corbin, they didn't want Ziggler. So you got some of those free agents that still like that could be on other brand, but I think they need to be on NXT though.
I agree.
They got Pretty Deadly. I've seen Pretty Deadly. I don't know how big they're gonna be on SmackDown. They were really big on NXT.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but SmackDown they got a lot. They have a lot that they got, but they have to definitely start promoting some of these cats. Rick Boogs, another one they need to start promoting.
Yeah.
He's good. The Street Profits. I
Yeah.
really thought they was gonna get split up. They didn't, but they got to start putting them in some main event matches for the titles.
They got to because they're talented.
They are,
Talent
but
is
but
there.
but people want to see Montez go solo,
I can see that.
and that didn't happen. They thought it was gonna
Right.
happen, but when they put Montez in the Elimination Chamber match
Mhm.
and he didn't win, he lost, and but people felt like that was the beginning of his solo career, and it wasn't. He's still
Right.
with the other dude, and
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think can the Street Profits beat KO and Sammy?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they've
Right.
had the titles before, so it's like, what do you do with the Street Profits now?
True.
You know what I'm saying? The free agents, like I mentioned, you got Baron Corbin, Brock Lesnar, Dolph Ziggler. You got Mustafa Ali. He needs to be in NXT. They
Yeah.
don't know what to do with him. Amos is a free agent. Nobody wants him. He
Oh
needs to be in NXT.
Lord.
Shelton Benjamin, old ass Shelton Benjamin,
Oh Lord.
still around. Him and Cedric Alexander, they're
Wow.
free agents. You got Elias. You got
Elias.
Elias is a free agent. Yes, nobody wanted him.
He's still there. Oh,
Nobody wanted him. And he remember this dude came. He had a then he was doing the twin brother gimmick or whatever.
yeah.
That didn't work. He came back as himself. Nobody still picked him. So
I I I knew that one gonna work.
and the thing is, you see the free agents that they have that's still signed. Meanwhile, you got Becky who wants out. You got Drew who they have some money issue with Drew and they
Yeah,
thinking that Drew's gonna leave.
I remember
Like
that.
you have talent that Naomi left for Impact. You know what I'm
This
saying? You got talent that they haven't signed, but you got people like Mustafa Ali on the roster still.
right.
Why? Why isn't he like let go? Or why isn't he sent down to NXT? Why is he on he's a free agent to join any roster he chooses? He ain't
Oh,
win no fucking title.
hell
What
no.
title has he won? And he had his own stable, Retribution. That lasted for what? How many months?
Nah.
They were horrible. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
oh,
Retribution was a horrible gimmick. That's why they got rid of them real quickly. You know, you know what I'm
horrible. That's
saying?
a nice. That's nice. That's putting it nicely.
Yeah, at a time when nobody was watching. This is the start of pandemic, and the arenas were empty, and
Right.
they decided to give them a stable, and they didn't do shit with it.
Wow.
They were losing to like the New Day, and I'm like, yo, you gotta
New.
get rid of these people,
Wow.
man. Y'all
Yeah.
gotta get rid of them.
Speaking of
You know?
new, they still. They
Yeah,
still.
New Day got drafted to Raw, so they definitely are going to be there. But I know Kofi's injured; he has a ankle injury.
Really?
Yeah, he got that injury back at Royal Rumble.
When is Big E? Oh,
Biggie, well, health wise, he's healed, but
well,
wrestling wise, I don't know when he's coming back. If he's coming back, I
that's
think I
that
think they're still waiting like for him to strengthen the neck and all that.
that
But
that's one who need a title run over
yeah,
long overdue.
yeah, I knew they won the titles like them and the Usos was winning the tag titles like the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they definitely gonna be back. I know Xavier just waiting for Kofi to get healthy and come back, and hopefully Big E comes back at some point. I'd like to see him come back.
Yeah, same.
Raw also got Dexter Loomis, who I felt like again, yeah, he was good on NXT.
Yeah,
Kind
he
of
was.
weird. I don't really know the gimmick that they have for Dexter Loomis. This
Right.
sort of weird guy gimmick, and with him in Indy Hartwell, the Index that they call their little mixed team.
Mm-hmm.
But she's over on SmackDown, so you ain't got us boo with him no more. So
Oh, well,
Dexter Loomis, they gotta start promoting more. I haven't seen him do no matches on Raw. They got Johnny Gargano. They got the SmackDown Women's Title champion Rhea Ripley on Raw. I
yeah.
don't know I don't know. I still don't make no damn sense about that.
Mm,
Uh, they got Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Ronda is out currently with a forearm injury,
or
and Yeah, she injured her forearm before WrestleMania, and she still managed to be a part of that women's match at WrestleMania.
Wow.
But they're saying that once she comes back, that they're gonna have her and Shayna win the women's tag titles.
Wow.
So this Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they only got it for that. You got the Viking Raiders. I love them. I think they need a heavy push.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus is back. Old ass Trish Stratus. She's officially back on Raw.
Oh Lord.
I don't know what she's gonna. And we don't see her often since we back anyway. So I don't. Becky's not here, so I don't know who's gonna be the feud for Trish because Becky's not here right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Raw drafted Becky Lynch, but supposedly she's on the outs of the company.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, I guess Trish is just there to battle Becky. I don't know what, how long she's gonna be there. You got Shinsuke. He just came back from injury. He's on Raw.
Mm.
Um, you got the Judgment Day, of course. You got the Miz.
Oh,
Some people stayed on there. You got the Miz stayed on there. Cody's on there still.
right.
Drew McIntyre is back on there. Bronson Reed. Well, I think he's gonna be a huge star. I definitely see it. Apollo Crews, they called up from NXT. He's back on Raw.
Is he?
Yes, he's back on. Hopefully they use him. Cause I know last week when he was on NXT and he was leaving, he
Mm-hmm.
had told Trick Williams that's down with Carmelo Hayes. He told Trick Williams that he's gonna be the next big star. So
That's.
yeah, so hopefully they use Apollo Crews right this time because I didn't like how they used him the last time when he was up here.
I didn't either because he's
Alpha Academy, I thought for sure Otis and Chad was gonna break up. They kept them together.
wow.
Um, I don't know if Otis, like, I don't know how big he could be as a solo wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I still think they should break them up. Um,
I agree.
they got who else got drafted to Raw? You got Imperium Gunther. That was a big transaction. Getting Gunther in Imperium.
Right.
I think Gunther is a great IC champion.
I think
I
so.
think if anybody's gonna challenge Roman, it should be him too.
I agree.
The thing is, who would be the heel in that feud because they both heels right now? Who would be the favorite?
Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I really think Gunther, and props to Gunther. He lost a ton of weight. He got himself in shape. He looks tremendous, and
Yes.
I know they pushing for this long title run, the IC title run with him too. At the
They
end of
need.
the day, is he gonna be one of those legends with the Ultimate Warrior or Shawn Michaels when it comes to IC Championship?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know. So he hasn't yet. He's on the Raw roster now. He hasn't faced everybody on the Raw roster.
Right. That's a
He
good
hasn't faced
question.
Cody yet. Is that a potential matchup down the line or a Bronson Reed?
Yeah. Right.
Like maybe like the Miz held it a lot of times. Maybe the Miz he's have a feud with him or something.
Yes.
You got Indu Shear. I think I'm saying it right. Indu Shear with that's that's Veer and Jinder Mahal. I forgot the other guy's name. It's three of them because they were on NXT together as
Yeah.
a trio. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of them on NXT. I don't know if they're gonna be seen like that on Raw, maybe to be jobbers. Um, you got Piper Nevin. I think she was good on NXT. Again, they're not. She needs to be promoted more as well. They have
I
a lot
agree.
of women, wrestlers on both brands that they're not promoting that they used to
No,
promote better on
no, they're
NXT.
not. I don't know why they. I don't know why.
I don't get it. It's like Piper Nevin against Rhea. That should be like a feud right there.
They should.
Cause they fought each other on NXT for the UK championship.
Right. I don't see why not.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Rhea beat her on NXT. So I'm like, restart that feud on Raw.
Right. Something.
Um, I don't know, but yeah. So they got so of course, Mr. Monday Night Seth Rollins is on there.
Oh
I
yeah.
expect him to be the winner of that new championship. We'll see though.
Yes.
We'll see. I want to see who Raw got because they said tomorrow on WWE.com they're announcing the participants for the tournament
Hmm.
for both Raw and SmackDown for the new title. So hopefully we see some of this good talent on Raw. Seth, I expect to see him in there, and Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman and Ricochet,
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, um,
Yeah,
you know,
Ricochet definitely.
yeah, Shinsuke. I expect to see them in the tournament. Maybe they throw in Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
Maybe you throw in Gunther in that, or Matt Riddle. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I think again, I'm not a fan of the draft. I just feel like, especially now with them trading champions, I don't think that should have ever happened.
Exactly.
I think the champion should be neutral, and if you must, then you trade some people, but not everybody. I think NXT needs some big names over on the stable on
Hmm.
their brand. But I don't think the draft is something they should keep doing every year. Like, if we must do it, it should be maybe once every 3 years or something. I don't think
I think
every
so.
year needs to happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So give them some time to adjust to the brand and the scheduling, and
Exactly.
let some of these stars, especially the ones from NXT, let some of these stars flourish.
Yeah, they need to.
Like Indy Hartwell is injured and she had to relinquish her title on NXT. So what does that mean? So when she comes back, she's gonna be either a main contender or she's gonna be a jobber. And I would hate to see her be a jobber for somebody that's less talented.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? I would love to see Indy Hartwell against Bianca or well, now that she's on Raw, it's gonna
right.
be like against Rhea Ripley as a champion. So
Yeah, something.
but yeah, that was my rant. And I and one more thing.
Yeah.
Yesterday at the Backlash press conference, Triple H announces so the what we thought was going to be an exclusive title to Raw is open to SmackDown as well.
Right.
So what was the whole point of doing the draft? Number one,
Right.
number two, the Raw they keep like you threw shade to Roman saying that he's a part-time champion and this and that, and that this is why you're wanting a new title. So why are you extending the invitation to SmackDown to the SmackDown roster for the tournament? That makes no sense.
And then another thing is, if he felt that way, he should have had um Cody Rhodes win in the first place.
Exactly. That's why Cody should have won.
Right.
They dropped the ball because if you had Cody winning, you wouldn't need a new title
No,
because
you
Cody
wouldn't.
going to defend it at Monday Night Raw, every
Right.
house show, every pay per view.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Against whoever. Against
They
whoever.
they know they dropped the ball with that. They're not gonna come out and say it. They know they dropped the ball with that.
Yeah, they
You know what
did.
I'm saying? And I'm like, yo. So what happens if they're gonna have triple threat matches and on Raw and SmackDown to determine the matchups for the title.
Right.
So let's say somebody from SmackDown ends up winning the title. So are they gonna stay on SmackDown or they got to come over to Raw automatically?
Right.
That makes no sense.
No.
I'm like, yo, that is the dumbest thing. Like they did a lot of dumb shit in this draft by trading the two women's champions. But
Yep.
and even with the tag teams, and y'all should have broke up the Alpha Academy and the Street Profits. But then you do this shit and announce, oh, well, the Raw title is gonna be exclusive to Raw, no matter
And
who wins.
it
But it's really not because if you inviting SmackDown roster and then they win, then they're gonna be on Raw.
and then it's like, why have the draft in the first place?
Exactly. They didn't need it.
No,
That
they didn't.
that to me was a Vince move. I'm like, the draft wasn't needed. Everybody, I'm like, yo, the way that the roster was anyway, everybody was tuning in to SmackDown for the Bloodline, and it's still
Facts.
gonna be like that.
Facts.
Yeah,
You,
yeah. Just because y'all drafted, or they drafted Edge, they drafted who else is on SmackDown? Grayson Waller, Austin
yeah.
Theory. Nobody's tuning in to SmackDown to see them.
No, hell no. Not even
They
close.
Edge not even there all the time. It's like nobody's tuning in to see him
No,
show
hell
once in a blue.
no. Uh-uh.
You know what I'm
Just
saying? They tuning in. The main reason why they're tuning in is for the bloodline. Period.
right.
The thing is, the rumor was USA wanted Roman on Raw because they realized that they don't have that draw like the bloodline doing SmackDown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though people love Cody Rhodes, he's not bringing in that draw like Roman is.
But then at the same time, it's like, well, Cody Rhodes, he would have bought more draw if y'all would
If he had
put
won,
if he had won exactly.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
what
Yeah.
like what
This
more?
this this is all the mistakes that they've made since WrestleMania 39. This is all going back to them. That's why they're doing this, because they realize, oh, maybe we shouldn't have made Roman a long time champion. We just gotta, well, if that's the case, put him at SummerSlam against Cody, so Cody going.
Right.
The people, so people could see a defending champion on their show weekly, because Roman ain't doing it. He's taking vacation time whenever he wants, and he ain't showing. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Because it's like at that point, if you have Cody versus Roman, it's
Right.
like how many people are gonna tune into that? Because
Exactly.
at this point, people are not really gonna tune into that like they would if it happened in WrestleMania.
Exactly. It's like, okay, so you're mad that he's not there all the time, but you're promoting him like he's some on a Hulk Hogan type level champion. No, Hulk Hogan showed up every pay per view and house show,
Facts.
whether he was in the yellow and red or whether he was in the black and white with NWO. He was always there.
And Roman
I've
Reigns. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I've seen Hulk Hogan at Monday Night Raw. He always showed up, even when they brought him
Right.
back after
Right.
him saying the N word and all that. He still
Right.
was loyal to the company.
Facts.
Roman Reigns ain't doing that, and to the nerve of Roman to sit up there in the interview and be like, I know people in the company would kill to have my setup, my contract. Yeah,
Oh,
but you never did.
please.
That's why people feel some type of way. You're never there.
No, you never did. And then too, the only reason why you big because you have fucking Dwayne Johnson.
Exactly.
Dwayne
You,
Johnson.
you have the bloodline. Without the
Yes.
bloodline, he wouldn't
Yeah.
remain champion. And
Yeah.
that's why Cody's goal is to end the bloodline. That's why it should have happened at WrestleMania. That's why it needs to
Thank
happen at
you.
SummerSlam.
And then
Okay.
and then if with whoever Cody Rhodes wrestle, okay, that's
Mhm.
fine. Have him wrestle Brock against have him defend the title.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But at the same time, what is the whole point of Roman Reigns
I
holding
don't
the title? It
I
ain't
don't
no
get it.
point. It's
I don't
pointless.
get it. I don't get and it's like, okay, so if he win at SummerSlam, who do they have in mind next for WrestleMania 40 next year that can, because if it's
Nobody.
not Cody, then who? The Rock not coming back. Cena
No.
not coming back.
Nope.
Stone Cold ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Undertaker coming back.
Triple H is done. He can't retire no more because of his heart. So who do they have in mind? Is it Seth?
Oh God.
Is it Lashley said he wanted another shot? Is it Lashley? We already saw that. We saw Lashley
Right.
and Roman.
Right.
So it's like, who is it gonna be? Is it Braun Breaker? Is it Gunther? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they messed up that whole thing. That's on them.
Yeah.
You can't sit up there and throw shit at the champion. Oh, well, Roman is never around, but you're promoting him like he's some legendary champion at the same time.
Exactly. He's nowhere near a legend. Nowhere
You know
near.
what I'm saying? If that's how Triple H really feel, then strip him of the titles.
And I'm sick and tired of people saying, "Oh, Roman Reigns, he's a legend." No, he's
He's
not.
not.
Not
He's
close.
not.
Not even
Look,
close.
the thing is, he's a legend to this young generation because they wasn't around for Hogan. They
Yeah.
wasn't around for Macho Man and for Bret the Hitman Hart. For
Well,
Kevin Nash and Goldberg. They wasn't around for that. So
and
to Roman, that's their Hulk Hogan. I
and
get it.
and this young generation, they need to go back. They need to
Yes,
go back to.
yes,
They need to go
definitely.
back. They need to
Definitely,
go back to.
and going back meaning go to YouTube and look at those legendary matches, because Google and Wikipedia ain't gonna show you the legendary
Oh no,
status.
no.
You gotta actually watch those matches.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, Roman ain't that. Like they got it. They got him over with the fans. It's mission accomplished. But now you have to start thinking about life after the bloodline. What are you
When
gonna do when because he's not gonna be around forever. He already taken a vacation time, and he had I think he had leukemia. His health is not good.
right.
Like, yo, it's time to look past the bloodline. Like, who's next up to be, who could be
And
that one?
And when Roman sits there and does the same moves over and over and over, it's like, okay,
Right.
you guys still get off on that? I don't like what the
He
fuck?
he's not a great wrestler.
No, he's not.
He
Like,
never was. You know what I'm saying? And Seth was the jewel of the Shield. That's why he's still big, even without a title. He's still big.
right.
You know what I'm saying? He's huge now. I think he's more huge now with the fans than he was when he was champion.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. I'm like, there ain't too many people like you can say like, yo, like they were huge even without the title.
Right.
It wouldn't be, if Roman lost the titles right now, he wouldn't be as huge as he is right now.
No.
People will start watching him on SmackDown.
And then people forget that Seth Rollins, he branched off when
Right.
the whole whatever they
You talking
team
about
name was, the
the Shield?
Shield.
Yeah, him and
He
Ambrose and Reigns.
he
Yeah.
he branched off first
Yes.
before Roman Reigns and
Facts.
before Dean Ambrose.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was someone who branched off first.
Yes. And he
So
was the first NXT champion. He beat
yes,
Jinder Mahal for the
yep,
NXT. I remember watching that match.
facts, facts,
Yeah, and he's come a long way from NXT, and he's
yes,
still popular like he was on day one.
facts,
That's a true champion. That's the champion
facts,
people want to see because
facts.
he's gonna battle everybody like he did tonight against Amos and beat him.
Yes, he did. Yep,
He battled tall, small. He don't care.
yep.
Roman's
That's
not doing that.
and that is a true. That's what you need as a
Right.
face of
Facts.
the
Other
WWE
small company.
and
Yeah,
genuine
I
and
agree. I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like Roman Reigns, okay, to me, he part time to me.
He
You know what
is.
I'm saying? He
He
part
is.
time. I don't see his someone as like I don't see him. You
I
know what I'm
don't.
saying? Like he's just to me he's like Brock Lesnar part time.
Facts.
What's the whole point of having him carry two titles? He's part time. You barely see him. You know what
Nope.
I'm saying?
Nope.
And that's why, like, it should have been like Cody Rhodes winning because Cody Rhodes would have defended
Yeah.
against whoever or
Anybody. Right.
takers or
Yeah.
takers.
Because and even I feel like once Cody win, he gonna have a target on his back if he don't now.
Facts.
Because everybody's gonna be gunning for him. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, he wasn't as long as me. How does he get how does he win the titles? And yeah, they're gonna be gunning for him.
But then people forget he was in WWE before him,
Right. Yes.
before,
Before
so it's
he
like,
he,
well,
he never got a title shot till now.
right. It's like technically he still have higher seniority,
Right.
technically.
Oh
If
yeah,
we're
for sure.
technical about
For
it.
sure. But they feeling like, well, it's a different Cody since coming back from AEW and
Right.
the American Nightmare. He's different now. He's no more dashing Cody Rhodes or
Right.
Stardust. And I get it, but
I get
this
it too.
man got it already. You could tell he's going to be a great champion.
Yep.
I've seen it. He was champion on AEW. He was great for that company.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he'll be better as the face of the company now. If he beat Roman, not Austin Theory, who Vince feel like he's gonna be great. I don't see it right now for him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think we'll see what happens. Next pay per view is Night of the Champions. I believe that's the end of this month.
Oh Lord.
That's gonna be over in Saudi Arabia. Then
Oh,
you got Money in the Bank. That's in Saturday, July 1st. And
it
then
is.
you got that's gonna be in London, and then you got SummerSlam. SummerSlam is gonna be the next pay per view in the States, in America. That's gonna be in Detroit. That's gonna be in your hometown.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And and
So
and, and them motherfuckers want $200 some dollars a ticket. I'm like,
wow.
that,
Yeah,
if it was
that's
special
because
ticket,
Roman gonna be the main event no matter who he face. That's why he gonna be the main. You might be battling Solo Sikoa. Who knows?
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying?
I would
On the
love
main
to. I would love to see that.
or main event Jay. He gonna be battling somebody because they're not gonna have him take time off for that. That's like a major pay per view. So
Right. I would
we,
love.
we might not we might not see him for Night of the Champions or for Money in the Bank, but we definitely gonna see him for SummerSlam in August.
If it's against one of the Usos, I'm fine with it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
fine.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely gonna cover that one because
Yep.
I've always loved SummerSlam. So
Yep.
this was a great pay per view tonight.
Yes.
My favorite, like I said, my favorite match was Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Can't
Yep.
believe I'm saying that, but
Right.
that was a great match.
That was good.
Before we go, plug your channels and what you got going on, bro.
On my channel,
Yeah.
let me see. All right, so on my channel, I have. I'm gonna do the breakdown of 21 Jump Street, the TV series.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
Nice.
If you want to come on there,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's
They,
fine.
they actually got they got on Tubi they got the seasons of 21 Jump Street on
Yep,
there, so
do. Yep,
I'm
they
gonna
got
check that
all
out.
the seasons. They got all the seasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do a breakdown of that only because, like,
Uh,
I don't even need to watch the shows anymore because I've
right.
watched it many times. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be coming. I'm thinking next Sunday. Next Sunday. Um, and
Okay.
then one,
What time you doing that? It's gonna be late or when's that gonna be?
um, because I know you and Reg, I know you guys
Yeah,
like.
we always do something on Sunday night, so I'll be
Yeah,
up
you do.
anyway.
Okay, yeah. So it'll probably be after y'all, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, be
Whatever
after.
we got planned. I don't know what we got planned.
Yeah. And then Once Upon a Time in America, that's gonna follow. That's
Ooh,
gonna follow. I think a couple weeks, a couple
nice,
Sundays, and
nice.
stuff like that. And then I'm gonna get back into some like um doing like movie reviews and stuff like that. Um
All right.
I'm gonna do what am I gonna do? The latest Guardians of the Galaxy that's coming up.
Oh, nice. You saw it
Uh,
already, right?
yes,
You
yes.
said it was good.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Okay, I
it
gotta see it.
it's really good. It's really good.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into some like horror films, probably like top 10 horror films and stuff like that.
Nice, nice.
Um, then I'm gonna
Are you going live with that? I definitely would like to be a part of that and have my
yes,
list.
yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do I am gonna do a break like a review of the first Alien.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah.
Classic.
And sometime this year
Mhm.
it will be I am gonna do I'm planning on doing Back to the Future.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Red just telling me about that. Like you doing like the
Yes.
trilogy?
Huh?
Yeah. You doing like the whole trilogy or just the one part
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. That's my favorite trilogy.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So I got a lot of like movie reviews lined up and stuff
mhm.
like that. So I'm probably gonna try. I don't know if it's tonight or what, but
Right.
if I'm still awake somehow,
Yeah.
um, because I just got like movies in the mail that I bought from Kino
Nice.
the website Kino Lorber.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see a lot of people posting that stuff up.
Yes, yeah, because they
Okay.
had that sale, so I took
Right.
advantage of that and stuff. So yeah, I got my stuff in the mail. So
Nice.
yep, I got a lot of movie reviews, and then I am gonna get into more like albums and
Okay.
stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, so
Nice.
it may not be. I might have to change my
The schedule.
YouTube name because with the albums and stuff. I
Right.
did drop a video of the albums that I have currently right now. So
Okay. Cool.
so
Gotta check that out.
yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
What about you?
Me, I got well, I did speaking of aliens, I had did a alien Xbox game review for Fire Team Elite. That's an
Mhm.
alien game. That's a great game. I finished it a couple months ago. I love the gameplay and the graphics, and they kept it true to the alien lore of the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing like some Easter eggs with like different, artifacts from the movies and stuff. So
Mhm.
that was a great game, and I did a review for that on Alien Day actually. I
Yeah.
think that was like April 26th or something, April 28th, and so I
Yeah.
have that. I'm gonna be doing more wrestling discussions this year. Like I'm gonna cover like every pay per view this year. Next one is Not a Champions. I'll do a review for that. If you want to join me, you can. And
For sure.
I'm gonna try to get my other wrestling buddies on here because I know they don't really like YouTube. They prefer Instagram or whatever.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to do like a roundtable discussion on the next pay per view, and yeah, so I'm gonna be doing those, and I got some other stuff like coming up. You know what I'm saying? Just doing different shit on here besides music. So
Now let me ask
you
you
know
a
what I
question.
mean? Yeah,
So you're a big horror fan, right?
yeah.
What's your thoughts on the thing, the 1982 one?
The original one was great because they use like practical effects for like the creatures. and I
Mhm.
love practical effects. So you can see the difference between the practical effects and like the CGI. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the fact that like when the director is shooting that movie and like
Mhm.
it's actually something there to be scared of, and you gotta
Yeah.
have like your natural emotions, and that's something that's lost in movies nowadays. Everything is CGI, everything is done by computers, but back in the day, you actually had like sets you had to build and makeup and creatures and stuff that I think is a classic movie. A great John Carpenter, sci-fi. You know, yo, you froze? I think he froze. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
As much as I love the movie, I thought it was a great movie, but
Yeah.
I would refuse. Man, when I tell you, I will refuse. If you want to give me the heebie-jeebies and all that stuff, I
Mhm.
would not watch
Mhm.
that ever, ever, ever in a million
Right.
years again. It's so grotesque, and it's just
Yeah.
like. And then another thing was like with the whole like I think like the scene with like the stomach scene,
Yeah. That was crazy.
like I'm like, oh Lord, nope.
That
Mm.
was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Man, that was there. But I love like a lot of his movies. Like The Fog to me is one of his best.
The five, yeah, I
Very underrated. I don't know why it's not mentioned enough with his best films, but like the
yeah,
cast was great and you
yeah.
know
I'm gonna have to
I,
watch that. I might review that one too.
yeah, I felt like I wanted them to show more of like Blake and the pirates. They didn't show up. We didn't see enough of them in that film. But
Right.
just the whole scare factor of them being around the town of Antonio Bay, that
Yeah,
was that was enough for me. That was great.
yeah,
You
yeah. The
know,
fog. Yeah, I need to watch that. And
yeah,
what did he? What else did he do? What was it Big? Did he did Big Trouble Little
but
China?
yeah, the Charlie China. They supposed to be doing a reboot for that or something.
Dwayne Johnson. Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
God,
oh, good.
he's in
Right.
that. Wait, he definitely not going back to WrestleMania. You doing shit like that?
Right. It's in production right now. I'm like, oh God.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah. Okay. That's what it is.
no. I'm like, no. Uh,
Yeah.
like, I love Kurt Russell in that though.
Yeah. He was good.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think they're supposed to be redoing. What is that? What's that other movie with John Carpenter? They Live. They supposed to be redoing
Oh.
that one.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
I'm like, why?
Yeah. They might. I see, but it's so long ago that they might need to reboot it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't want them to, I liked it the way it was, but when the movie is like from the 80s or 70s, they're gonna definitely reboot it now to like update it.
I mean, if they were to redo the people under the stairs, I would like
They
to
need to
see
do that,
that.
yeah. Cause that to me, I don't even see how people call that horror. I'm like, there's more comedy in that,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was great, man. There's definitely you're welcome on here anytime, and we can
Yes.
definitely have more wrestling discussions and some movie stuff to do. And yeah,
Yeah,
this is
definitely.
for sure, man. I know. Now, see what? There's nobody here now, but once it people gonna get a chance to watch it later, and I'm like, yeah, y'all should have been here.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they expect me to talk about music all the time. I don't want to do that.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
because it's like you got it's like
I have other interests that I want to discuss besides music. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I'm not the music man. I am. It's my channel for me to talk about anything. So that's what
Exactly.
I want to talk
Yeah.
about wrestling. I'm in a wrestling vibe. We got
Yes.
some actually good wrestling for once. It's been a long time since I can
Yes.
say that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next couple months. And yeah. So stay tuned, man. Everybody
Yeah.
like, subscribe, share. Follow
Yeah.
Mike's channel as well on YouTube. Follow Reg. Now, I didn't get a chance to show this. My computer, I have like a shortage in my computer wire, but I was
Yeah.
able to get on tonight, and me and Reg had did a album review on Glory Again, Love Tracks. Earlier we recorded that. It's on his channel now, but
Oh
I
yeah, I
actually
think I
got
saw something like that.
yeah, I actually got the album here. You know, I didn't get a chance to show it because I was on my phone or whatever.
Oh wow, okay.
But yeah, I actually got the Love Tracks album, Glory Again, I Will Survive, classic
Yes,
record. And,
Lloyd get yes, that's
yeah,
good.
go check that out on Reggie's channel. You know, shout out to BJ and everybody else. So this was
Yeah.
fun, bro. I'm gonna definitely hit
Yes.
you up.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Peace.
Peace out.
Later.
Later.